Now see question number 3. First question, ax square plus bx. We have to factorize the following expression. So what is common here? 1x is common, and what is left? Ax plus b. So this is the factors of the first question. You have given a second question, 7p square plus 21q square. So we already learned you have to do the factorization method for 7 and 21s. So 21, we know the factors of 21 is 3 and 7. So what is common? 7. 7 is common, so what is left? P square plus 3q square. So this is the answer of second question. Third, you have 2x cube plus 2xy square plus 2xz square. You have given 3 terms, so from all the 3 terms, what is common? 2 is common, so take it 2 out. Then what is common? Here 1x is common, from here 1x is common, from here also 1x is common. So take out 1x. So what is left? X square. Out of 3x we have taken 1 common, so 2 is left, so x square plus y square plus z square. So this is the answer of third question. Fourth question, if you see am square plus bm square plus bn square plus an square. Am square plus bm square plus bn square plus an square. So this is, you have to make group. No need to do any kind of regrouping because from these 2 terms we are taking m square as common. So what is left? A plus b. From another we are taking whole n square common. So what is left? B plus a or a plus b, whatever you can write. These 2 brackets should be equal. So that we have to take common. So a plus b is a common. So what is left? M square plus n square. So this is the factors of question number 4. Now fifth question, ln plus l plus m plus l. So what you have to do? You have to just do the regrouping and rearrange the terms in such a way that maximum factors you can take as a common. So fifth question, try to do by yourself. Sixth question, y plus z, the whole bracket is common, so that you have to take out, and in another bracket you have y plus 9. Now we will see seventh question. The question is 5y square minus 20y minus 8z minus 2yz. So we can make group of 2, this one and this one. Now from here 5, and for 20 it is 4 and 5. So what is common? 5 is common and 1 y is common. So from 5y square we have taken 5y as a common, so what is left? Only 1y minus 4. Minus from 8, 2 into 4, so what is common? 2 is common. In bracket we have another term, z is also common, minus 2z, so what is left? 4 minus 1 y. Now if you observe these 2 brackets, they are not same because here 4 is negative, here 4 is positive. So what we have to take? We have to take negative common. So y minus 4, if you are taking minus common from here, so this has become plus 2z y minus 4. You change the sign of the bracket. Okay, now these 2 brackets are equal. So y minus 4 in bracket 5y plus 2z. So this is the answer of 7 question. 8 question try to do by yourself and 9 also try to do by yourself. If you have any query, you can ask me. So this is all about your question number 3. If you want, I can just do the last question. 9th one, that is 6xy minus 4y plus 6 minus 9x. We cannot do the regrouping because if you consider 6xy and plus 6 together, so 6 is the maximum number that you can take as the common. But what about 4y and 9x? You cannot take anything common from this two terms. So we do not do any kind of regrouping. We make the group of 2 like this. From here, 2 3s are here, 2 2s are. So what is common? 2 is common and 1 y is common. So what is left? 3x minus 2. If you want to check the answer, 3 2s are 6, x into y, xy, minus 2 2s are 4y. This way you can check your answer also. Plus 2 3s are 6 and 3 3s are 9. So what is common? 3 is common. What is left? 2 minus 3x. Same case, 3x minus 2 we have to make here 3x minus 2. So what we have to do? We have to take minus as a common, or you can say multiply by minus. So when we take minus out, 2y, 3x minus 2, so this plus become minus. We are multiplying by minus, or you are taking minus from the bracket, it is same meaning. So minus 3 is plus become minus. So inner term also change. Minus 3x becomes plus 3x, plus 2 becomes minus 2. So now these two brackets are common. So take it out. 3x minus 2, what is left? 2y minus 3. So this way we can solve the question. So this is all about your question number 3. Now see question number 4. Now see question number 4. First question, factorize a power 4 minus b power 4. We know the formula for a square minus b square is equal to a plus b, a minus b. So what we have to do? We have to convert this power in terms of square. So what we can write? A4 we can write as a power 2 whole power 2. We have to use here laws of indices, laws of exponent, that power of power, when you do the multiplication, 2 to the 4, again you are getting the same power. So by doing this we are not changing the questions, but we represent the question in the another way. Same way b4 we can write as b square whole power square. So now this is your one term. So a, if you compare a square, this is your b square. Now we can use that formula. So a square plus b square, one time positive, a square minus b square, one time negative. Now this term remain as it is because plus is there. So now what we have to do? A square minus b square. Again we can do the factorization for this terms. That is one time positive, one time negative. So a plus b, a minus b. So here in the first question we are using the same formula, a square minus b square 2 times. So the answer is a square plus b square, a plus b, a minus b. These are the factors of a4 minus b4. Second question we have p4 minus 81. Same method we have to apply. So p4 we can write as p2 whole power 2 minus 81. We know that 81 we can write as b power 4. Okay, that we have converted in terms of 3 power 2 whole power 2. So now this is your first term square, this is your second term square. So one time positive, one time negative. So p square plus 3 square in another bracket, 3 square minus 3 square. This term remain as it is because it is positive, so we cannot do any further factorization. So we write 3 square plus 9. In another bracket, this again we can do a square minus b square formula we can apply for second time. So one time positive, p plus 3, one time negative, p minus 3. So this way we can solve first and second question. Move on to the next question. Any query you can ask. Now see the third question, x4 minus y plus 4 whole square. So we have to apply a square minus b square formula. So what we can do? Replace this. So let's consider y plus z is equal to, suppose y is already there, so b. So what we can write? X power 4 minus b power 4. Now same method you have to apply, which we have already done for the question number 1. So this we can write as x square whole square minus b square whole square. First term square minus second term square. So one time positive, so x square plus b square. One time negative, that is x square minus b square. We do nothing for this. This remains as it is. This again we can apply the formula a square minus b square. So one time positive, one time negative. Now we have to substitute the value for b. So put b is equal to y plus z. So what answer we are getting? X square plus y plus z whole square. Here x plus y plus z, x plus y, x minus y minus z. So this is the answer. If you can just do the factorization for y plus z whole square, or it remain as it is. So this way we can find the answer. Now see the fourth question. Understand the question thoroughly. This is little bit different from other questions. The question is x power 4 minus x minus z whole power 4. So let's consider x minus z is equal to y. We have to convert this question in terms of a square minus b square. So this is two terms that we have to assume as a one term, that is y. So what answer we are getting? X power 4 minus y power 4. Convert this in terms of square. So x square whole power square minus y square whole power square. So this is your first term square minus second term square. So one time positive, that is x square plus y square, and one time negative, that is x square minus y square. Now this term remains as it is. For this again we apply the rule identity, that is a plus b, a minus b. So x plus y, x minus y. Now what we have to do? We have to replace the value of y by x minus z. So wherever you have y, we have to write x minus z. So x square plus y square, so x minus z whole square. X plus x minus z, x minus, in place of y we are writing x minus z. When we solve this x square, here we have to use the second identity and expand the bracket x minus z whole square. So what we can write? X square minus 2xz plus z square. This is the expansion of x minus z whole square. In another bracket, x plus x will give you 2x. So 2x minus z. When you open the bracket, so negative sign is there. So x minus x minus minus plus z. Now solve this. X square plus x square will give you 2x square minus 2xz plus z square. This remains as it is, 2x minus z. Here x plus x minus x will be cancelled. So what is left? Only z. Rearrange the term. First we write the smallest term, that is monomial z. Then binomial 2x minus z. Then polynomial 2x square minus 2xz plus z square. So this is the factors of x4 minus x minus z whole raised to 4. So this way we can solve question number 4. Move on to the next question. Question number 5. Now see the fifth question. A power 4 minus 2a square b square plus b power 4. So here we have to apply the second identity, that is a minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So here everywhere you have given a power 4, b power 4, so that we have to convert in terms of square. So first term square. So we have to write the square root of this. So what we can write? A square whole square. This is your first term minus 2. Here we have to write first term, last term plus b square. So b square whole square. b power 4 we have to write b square whole square. here? A square, that is your first term. B square, that is your last term. So what answer we have now? First term, that is a square, minus last term, that is your b square whole square. So this is the answer of your fifth question. So this way we can solve like question number 4.